You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
How firm like friendship. Oh,
you know what time it is. Come brawl with them boys of the fall. You know what time it is. On the ground with a nose for the ball. You know what time it is. Blood, sweat, and them tears for this game. Leaving it all out on the field with no fear for you lames. Yeah, you know what time it is. Come brawl with them boys of the fall. Covered in gray and scarlet, massive, stiff arms to your jaw. We breaking it. We sick of seeing you clowns with the crown. We taking it.
What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm Devin. That's Mello. And tonight we are honored and blessed to have Aaron Thomas, offensive tackle out of the 2026 class, offered by Ohio State, has visited Ohio State. Ohio State wants him to be on their team. Aaron, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Good, man. So everybody in the chat, dude, we appreciate you guys joining us like always. Hit that like button if you would for us. Share this feed on X, Twitter, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. You know how we do on here. And yeah, man, Mello, how was your day, dude?
Man, it's great. It's better now. We got a big-time superstar on the platform. Hopefully he's donning that scarlet and gray, so we could be rooting for him, and he helped us win another one of these things right here that I'm wearing and that Dev got on his head. You know what I'm saying? That natty.
Yes, sir. Aaron, I've got to start off by saying, man, I'm a big-time film watcher. You know, I mean, I'm watching offensive linemen in the 2028 class right now, so I watch it. So when I heard Ohio State was interested in you, watched your film, man. You got a lot of potential on the field. What are you, 6'7"? So you're listed at 6'7", 285. Is it one of those things when you're really 6'6", or are you actually 6'7"?
No, I'm actually 6'7".
Yeah, that's what I thought, dude. I saw pictures of you. I was like, hey, dude.
Yeah.
But so obviously big time football player, dude. But how did that all start? How did you become to be a football player? Do you have family members that played? Do you have siblings that played?
So my dad, he was a center at Florida State, senior year in '99. So really my whole life, and he went to the NFL too. So really my whole life, I wanted to be like him, and I wear his number 257. So that's really why I got into football.
That's pretty exciting, dude. I did not know that, but that means we just need you on the team even more. I bet you Florida State's probably got a pretty good shot, don't they?
Not really. No.
Oh, not really. Okay.
We might get a legacy.
So,
like
Aaron,
freak.
I live in Tallahassee. I could throw a rock and hit FSU right now, just to let you know. So,
yeah, I was born there, but I moved out to Arizona when I was 1.
Oh, okay, cool, man. Mello, what you got?
First a warning. So if you do end up going to Florida State, you know Devin's going to be popping up randomly. So you might just want to steer clear of that spot. You don't want that guy popping up. But yeah, so when did you actually start playing football? At what age?
I started in 8th grade, so I was probably 14.
Okay,
Yeah.
What were you doing before that? Playing basketball or something?
I didn't play any sports, but when I started playing football, I was 14. I played D-line, and then I didn't play my freshman year. So then my sophomore year, I transferred schools. Then I played D-line at the school I'm at now, and then last year was my first year playing offensive line.
Dude, yes, that is insane. You didn't play any sports, go straight to football to D-line, and now 1 year of O-line, and you're one of the best offensive linemen in the entire nation. That's absolutely mind-blowing, honestly. So where on the D-line did you play?
I played the three and like strong side defensive end.
Nice.
Yeah, DN, my favorite position.
Yeah, that is. I'll echo that. That's pretty wild, man. It doesn't sound like you've played football that long. We get kids on here that say they've been playing since they were 6 years old, you know. So to play offensive line 1 year and then be offered by the Ohio State University, and you're either off Texas A&M, Oregon State, Washington, USC. You got offers from all those schools. So that's big time, man. A lot of potential there. So that's what I was about to ask you, man. At what point in time in your while you're playing football, did you realize like you had a future in this? Did a coach tell you? Did a family member come up to you? Or did you realize, hey, dude, I might have a future in this thing called football?
So it was really probably my freshman year, like right in the summertime when I had transferred to my new school. I had went to like this mega camp, and I had got interest from a Kansas State coach. And then ever since then, I realized that I got size and athleticism. So if I take this thing, really.
Yeah, I got you. When you're not playing football, dude, when you're not playing football, what are you doing? What do you like to do?
I like fishing.
Yes.
I like playing video games. Stuff like that. I actually enjoy lifting too.
Nice. Me, I like fishing and lifting. I actually have a pet raccoon, man. I should have brought Cujo on. So I like the outdoors as well. Yeah.
You never seen a guy with a pet raccoon?
No, I have.
So imagine Devin just popping up in your dorm if you were at Florida State with his pet raccoon. Like, you want to pet Cujo?
Hey, he's been on this show. He's been chilling on my shoulder on this show like a couple different times. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, dude, that's exciting, man. Being the position that you're in. You mentioned Kansas State. So were they your first offer, or who was your first offer, and when was that?
All right. So in 8th grade, I had got an offer from U of A, and then that was just an 8th grade one. So then my sophomore year in December, the winter recruiting cycle, I got an offer from Iowa State.
Hold on, we're not gonna let you just glaze over.
No,
he said
we're not.
That was just my 8th grade one. You just started playing football in 8th grade.
Your first year playing, dude. Hey, man,
that's crazy impressive. I never heard of such a thing, to be honest with you. That's insane.
All right, man. So tell us why football and why the offensive line. What is it about the sport, and what is it about the position that you love?
So really, like, what I love about football, it's really I like pancake blocks. So or tackles too. So I just like changing the game. Yeah. So offensive line, I just feel it felt like it came more naturally to me than defensive line, because I just started playing it, and it felt like this is the position for me.
That's like one of the units on the field where it's most important for all 5 of you to be on the same page. It's almost like 5 players is really one player. Talk to us about that aspect. I know in high school they train that, you know what I mean? They try to teach that and stuff, but what is it like in high school, man? Is it like that? And talk to us how that what that's like.
Well, it was a little bit of a transition. It's more communication than playing defensive line, because usually listen to the linebacker and stuff. But I was playing right next to like one of my best friends, so we communicated easily, really. And
nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So what are you? I'm gonna move a little forward if you don't mind, Dev.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
I just wanted to ask you, like, in terms of the recruiting process, what has that been like for you thus far? Is it overwhelming? Are you enjoying it? Is it kind of cool to talk to all these different schools and
I think it's cool.
Where you're gonna live?
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's a process for sure. I enjoy checking out what every school has to offer, and seeing what's the best fit for me. And
what kind of it's gonna blow up even more for you, dude, for sure. If you're this good already, you've been playing since the 8th grade, you took your freshman year off, it's your first year at offensive line. Man, I predict you'll have all the offers by the end of your senior season. But So we do a show on here where we bring a couple parents on here that are parents of some Ohio State players, some freshmen. We talk about the recruiting process, and one of the main things they talk about is making sure you are surrounded by a good support group in the recruiting process. Because as you know, man, college football has changed. When you bring money into a situation, there's going to be several people in your life that pop up out of the woodwork, pop up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden really care about you a lot. So what's that support group look like for you, man? Parents, coaches, what's it look like for you?
My support group is my parents, because my dad, he went through the same recruitment process. Obviously, it's not the same, but there's some similarities to it. And my mom, she helps me just take it slow, and she really helps me just look at all the schools.
Good, man. The chat's wanting to know, man, height and weight, dude. What's you at right now?
I'm like 6'7", 2. I'm really like 300. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
296.
Yeah. That's some good size right there.
Yes, sir.
So in terms of what you're looking for, if you had to rank these things from most important to least important, what would the order be? NIL, development, location of school, or I guess development / getting to the NFL will be one. NIL, location of school. Where would you rank those?
It would probably go development is my number one, because I aspire to be a first round pick. That's just what I want. Development, and then probably like location, just like the family environment and stuff like that. Then probably NIL, and then probably like just like facilities and stuff like that. Place where I could see myself being at, living at, stuff like that.
And would you like a big city or like more of a rural area where college is?
It doesn't really matter to me. I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So growing up, I take it the team that you watched the most and liked, FSU, or no?
Probably, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you have a player? Well, your dad. You probably looked up to your dad as a football player. That's pretty nice to have a dad that played in the NFL. But so yeah, man, you're being recruited by a lot of schools now. It's going to get even bigger. But you were just recently on the Ohio State campus. Yeah. So before we talk about that, can you tell us, when did Ohio State first reach out to you? Who was it? And then how has the communication been?
Well, actually, Coach Bowen, he reached out to me like his first week getting the job. So, like, as soon as he got the job, it actually said Virginia Tech on his Twitter profile when he reached out to me. Yeah, and then I went out a few weeks later. The campus is, man, that campus is crazy. The facilities and stuff, I enjoyed that visit.
Yeah. What'd you think about? Did you get to watch him practice? You were at spring practice, correct?
Yeah, I did.
What was your thought? Yeah. What was your thoughts about how the Buckeyes handle business on the field?
Yeah, everything they do is just it's all like a team unit. They all are on the same page, and yeah, they run it efficient practice.
Nice.
Did
you? What was the effort level like at practice with the players?
The effort was high. Yeah. Everywhere. Ran everywhere. Effort was high.
Did when you were there, did you get to talk to any of the players on the team or anything like that?
No, not really. They were too like locked in. I didn't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. So Bowen is your main recruiter. He's the one you talk to most of the time, then.
Yeah, Bowen and Coach Dickey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Ryan Day's not playing with that offensive line this year. He hired essentially 3 offensive line coaches. So, it's been pretty cool, man. Well, did you catch the Buckeyes season last year with what went on with the offensive line? Did you watch them in the playoffs?
Yeah, I did. I remember the center had got hurt, and then they had put a new center in. That center, I saw him practicing too. He looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah. We
lost our starting. They traded with.
Yeah.
We lost our
Charles Bentley.
Yeah. We lost our starting left tackle too, man. So, yeah, dude, went on there to win that thing. So that was good stuff. But so, Mello, you got any questions?
Yeah, who accompanied you to your visit when you went?
Just my mom. Just my mom.
Your mom.
Yep.
What was her thoughts on?
She liked it. She enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are your feelings about Coach Day essentially having 3 O-line coaches? How do you feel about it? Do you think that's too much, or do you think that's good in terms of having a good ratio where you could get more attention?
I think that's good because they all have a good resume of producing NFL players and stuff like that. They all know what they're talking about. So it's good to have multiple eyes. Like in Indy, they broke out O-line into 3 groups. So
yeah, that's true. And do you how should I word this? How do you feel about your relationship with the coaching staff at Ohio State?
My relationship is good. We probably text like every other day.
Yeah.
Just talking about stuff, and I have a good relationship with them. Yeah.
I got a question I've never asked a recruit before, but what are your opinions on like these like ranking sites that rank students and our players with their stars and all this stuff? Do you pay much attention to that, or you just do you?
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Good.
I don't really look at rankings. I don't think.
Good, man. Yeah, no. If Ohio State is offering you, that should tell you all you need to know. It's the winningest program in the last 25 years. But what is one thing about your game that you believe is a strength that like you think is you really got that set in stone? And then what's one area of your game that you'd really like to improve on?
It's probably my athleticism is just from playing D-line and stuff. So I think that's probably my biggest strength, and what I think I probably need to work on the most. But I've been working on it. It was probably my strength, but I've got a lot stronger. So I don't think it's going to be an issue anymore. But
yeah, nice.
I mean, you getting the right program, you're gonna just get you're gonna get strong regardless. You're gonna get ridiculously strong. Like I heard Daniel Sanchez, or was it Duke Pettyjohn, saying that body by Marati or body by Mick. So Mick, you come in and you change. I like watching the early enrollees. Most of them put on 20 to 25 pounds within the first like 3-4 months. So
now you saw
solid
Josh,
muscle, you know.
You saw Josh Simmons in our pro day today, man. The left tackle, he's going to be a top 10 pick in the draft, dude. He bench pressed 225
33 times.
34 actually.
And but they only counted 33 because I think the coach touched the ball.
But we're Ohio State fans, so it was 34. We're giving him
and he's still not even 100% back from his torn patellar because he didn't do any of the drills. That's the only thing he did. And he tied the combine high record for this season.
Nice, dude. Dang, man. So, Aaron, you excited, man, to go on this journey in your life, dude, and do this? Like, do you get nervous about leaving home and going and doing this thing? Or are you ready to do it?
I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do these official visits and
Yeah. What's your timeline looking like? Like, if this was a perfect world, when would you commit by?
Probably before school starts. So sometime at the end of summer.
Yeah. You got any other players on your high school team that have some D1 offers and maybe that Ohio State's after, or no, is it just you?
We have a linebacker, but
gotcha.
Yeah, we have a linebacker.
Okay. All right, man.
So when's your OV to Ohio State? Have you scheduled that yet? Or
it's I think it might be the 16th, June 16th. I think.
Okay.
Or maybe it's June 6th. It's something. It's one of those two.
Okay. Have you dropped like a top 3 or top 5 or top 50 yet, or whatever they're
not yet.
No, you haven't done that. Okay. No. You can pass on this question, but is Ohio State sitting in a pretty good spot with their relationship with you, stuff like that. They are.
Yeah, they are.
Good, man. Good, dude. Well, I saved the most important question for last. This is the one that the chat, they really get excited about this one. And you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but what is your favorite food?
My favorite food, man. My favorite food, probably. I like, this might not, I like fish and grits, really. That's probably my favorite food. Yeah, that's probably my favorite food.
Did you try out any food spots on your visit? Well, obviously you had to eat something.
What do we just ate at the school, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it decent food there?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah. Okay, cool, man.
So one of our members, Sean, wants to know, is early playing time going to be a factor for you in your decision process?
I just want to play when I'm ready. So if I'm ready then, or if I'm ready later, I just want to play when I'm ready.
Yeah, man. I like that, dude. We're going to wrap up here, man, with Mello. You got any final questions for him?
No, man. I look forward to seeing you and following you as you go through this process. Hopefully you end up donning that scarlet and gray. And as you get further down the line in your process, hopefully we can have you back on if you're cool with that.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah, for sure, man. Being an Ohio State fan, us fans, we always hear about the brotherhood inside of the Woody and the culture that Ryan Day is building there and how close all these players are. And I believe that's the reason we won the national title last year, is because of the culture that was in there. So when you were there and you talked to these coaches, can you feel that, man? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Is it give off a family vibe when you're in there?
You can feel it when you walk into a room. Like you can feel they cool. Like actually enjoy being there. And
that's probably a contagious feeling, isn't it? Doesn't it get you a little hyped up when you get
I feel ready to go.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Well, like Mello said, dude, we'll definitely keep in touch, man. We'd love to get you back on here when you get a little close down the line. And definitely, man, if you ever decide, you want to commit to the Buckeyes, dude, shoot us a message, man. You can announce it and then come right on here right afterwards. Dude, I'm telling you right now, you would have thousands of Buckeye fans watching, man, because when we get an offensive lineman commit, it's a big deal around these parts. I'm telling you right now, we love offensive linemen at Ohio State. So
absolutely,
you go as far as your trenches will take you. That's for sure. But Aaron, we appreciate you, dude. Tell your parents we appreciate them letting you come on here. God bless, man. Wish you the best, man. OH.
IO.
Yeah.
Take care, bro.
All right.
I decided that I'm done asking recruits if they're going to give me an IO. I'm just hitting them with it, dude.
We're not giving them the choice. We're just gonna do it, and we're gonna stare at them until they say it.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing that I've been holding up talking about is, I would like to say that, we told you so, man. We don't do this on this channel, but we tried to freaking tell you, dude, that Tyler Bowen, what he would do. I'm telling you right now, dude. The second he got hired, we were on this channel. Go back and watch it. Tyler Bowen is an absolute animal on the recruiting trail. We got Maxwell Riley, top 100 player. Sam Greer, top 100 player. The two best offensive linemen in the state of Ohio. Then he goes out and he gets, what's his name? Something.
Hold on. I got
Tucker, something. Chris
Smith?
Chris Tucker. No.
Chris Tucker.
It's not Chris Tucker, bro.
No, it's Tucker Smith, man. It's Tucker Smith. What are you talking about?
I got you,
Chris
bro.
Tucker is living in a mansion in south of Atlanta.
He's like, yeah, dude, it's Chris Tucker, man. It's Chris Tucker.
From Scottsdale, Arizona.
Mello, you talk, because I got to pull this dude's film up, because I need to know if I'm psycho or not, because I'm going to be honest. We got Maxwell Riley and we got Sam Greer. They're elite. But if I'm honest with you, dude, this new commits film is my favorite.
Okay. I haven't even watched it yet, so I'm going to be this will be my first time.
Yeah,
but it's going to take a lot for anybody to beat Sam Greer for me.
What's his name again? Tucker Smith.
I'm in love with Sam Greer. No Diddy. But we did on the Buckeye Boys. We said we did our little research and we said Tyler Bowen is going to kill the recruiting game. guess what? We already have as many. Granted, they're only verbals, but we already have as many commits right now, March 26th, as we did all of last cycle for under Justin Fry that actually signed and committed. Three. So just think about that. And we still have more on the board. He's still bringing more on. He has that energy you saw when Sam Greer committed, how he went into pass block mode. He thought he was 21 again, but he didn't realize, like, yeah, this the young boy. He's a real deal. That's the kid that throws kids across the basketball gymnasium. So, like, he had a little rough time pushing him, but, he's still not trying to mess up his prized possession. But I love what Tyler Bowen's doing. But let's get to it. Tucker Smith's film. Can you hit that enlarge button?
Yeah, I will. Right? I just wanted to say this real fast, dude. I'm going to make a bold prediction here. We're going to run out of room in the offensive line. Tyler Bowen's going to have to tell. There's going to not be room for some of these people. I mean, let me tell you, like, we are in on a lot more process. Here's what's going on. Okay. We come on this show and we tell you, hey man, we're in on some offensive linemen. And then you automatically revert back to when we said that with Justin Fry, right? So you lose your excitement a little bit. You know what I mean? You're like, oh my God, we've heard this over and over and over again. This isn't Justin Fry. It's different, dude. We're in on Champ Smith. Here's another one that's going to surprise you, and I think I'm the only YouTube channel saying it. Maybe somebody else is. But Darius Gray, the 5-star tackle out of Virginia, loves Ohio State, man.
You're the only one that's saying it.
We are in on him. So hold me to that, man, and watch what happens. We're going to get an official visit. He's going to be here. I don't know why that's not being talked about, but it is. But Evan Goodwin, I mean, dude, there's a list of people of tackles that Tyler Bowen's he's got it going on, dude. He just does.
You got to understand, not everybody is as sourced up as you or I are. We've come under the impression that they were, but I mean, as we get into this and we talk to recruits, we realize some people aren't as sourced up. They're just faking the funk. So that's why a lot of people aren't talking about it, because they don't know what you know.
Yeah, I don't like to say that much because I don't like to come across as one of those dudes that thinks they knows everything. But that is something I've learned, man, is I used to be a watcher. I used to be in the chat and watch all these shows. And now being in this position and where we've got a lot of relationships with a lot of people. I mean, if the people that we talk to on the phone, they know what's going on inside the Woody. They know what's going on with recruits. Like, they're the people that you want to be talking to about. Some of them are the recruits themselves. And it dumbfounds me the amount of information that certain shows and websites are putting out there that's just flat out not even close to being true. It's just like, really? Like, you're putting that out there? I literally just talked to this recruit. I know what you just said is not true. It just happened today. Guess where? On 3, they dropped a certain article about a certain person. And I was like, I literally just got off the phone. I was literally just talking to that dude yesterday. Like, I'm talking to the recruit and he told me something different. So that's really weird, man, that you're putting that out there. But anyway, here we go.
Hold on. We got a super chat for you. Shout out to Dennis Moore for the $9.99. Great interview. You boys are killing it. OH. Yo,
Mello.
And thank you, Dennis. We appreciate it. We love doing this. This is a passion for Dev and myself. We love the chat and you guys interacting. We do this for you. We also do this for ourselves. We're not going to lie. We love to just talk recruiting. We love talking to recruits. We love just getting up here and talking Buckeye football and talking anything college football, really, to be honest with you. So we appreciate you guys coming in and joining and hanging and kicking it with us every day. Is really awesome. It's really a blessing. We met some great people. I've met a great person and now a brother that I consider a brother in Devin. So this thing has been pretty awesome. I can't even lie. I'm blessed.
Yeah, it is. I reiterate everything, but Mello, when you say OH, dude, I say IO.
Oh yeah, OH.
Yeah, IO.
All right, we fixed
Dennis,
it,
bro. If you win the ticket to the Washington game, I encourage you to go out there, meet Dennis, ma'am. They have a Dennis. I'm sorry, man. I forget what is it? some club, some Buckeye, like Reunion Buckeye, Portland Buckeye, something. Anyway, they're going on like a cruise before the game, and are getting a little boat, or not a little boat, like a big boat, and going out and have a little party before the game. So go connect with Dennis, dude, an amazing person.
Buckeye alumni.
Yeah, Buckeye alumni. He's one of the first people when I realized like the family is real. Like the Ohio State family is real. And speaking on that note, I just want to share with everybody that here on the Buckeye Boys, man, if you're in our chat, our number one rule, don't talk about anybody personally. Don't any personal attacks. I know there are trolls. I know there are nasty people in this world. I know all that. I see it, man. But for me, man, we talk about Jesus on this channel all the time. We talk about the Bible. And if we're going to follow what the Bible says, just because, certain people are doing certain things doesn't mean that we have to be the same way and react. And I'm not talking to anybody in particular. This is just my overall heart behind this channel. I strongly encourage you, if somebody comes in the chat and you do not like them or something like that, you can ignore them yourself on the thing. Me and Mello are not going to allow somebody to come in this chat that is going to just troll and ruin things and all that, man. Because here's the truth, man, about it. Like the trolls and the people that want to be nasty behind closed doors and all that, the truth always comes out, man. You know what I mean? We don't need to do anything. We can sit back and ignore them, not respond to them, the whole 9 yards, and they will keep being who they are being, and other people will see that on their own. That's just what it is, man. The truth always comes out, dude. It always gets revealed. And let it just naturally happen, man. I just felt, because I'm very careful about, if I'm going to be up here saying that I'm a follower of Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Then I can't be as unstable as the waves in the ocean, man, which is a double-minded person. What is double-minded? If I'm up here saying I'm a follower of Jesus and I love the Lord, and then I'm sitting here talking bad about people, you know what I mean? Or I'm allowing other people to talk bad about people. I just won't allow it in the chat. Mello won't either. It's just not going to happen, man. So that's our heart here on the Buckeye Boys. We are not perfect. Sometimes we trip up and we get emotional about things, but in the same sense, when you're doing the right thing, you're always going to be attacked, dude. It's just, you're always going to be attacked. But man, Jesus was attacked pretty brutally. And at the end, he said, Father, please forgive them. And I understand that is wild. The Bible tells you when you get slapped in the cheek, what do? You offer the other cheek, dude. Like, bro, that's like one of the hardest things ever that I've had to learn. But it's such a blessing in my life to feel that for myself. Like when I actually have an enemy and I sit down at night and I pray for that person, it will change your heart. It really, really will. But I'm not perfect. I fall short of that as well all the time. And hopefully nobody takes what I'm saying personally. Again, I will reiterate, this is not directed to anybody, man. I'm saying this because I want everybody to know me and Mello's heart here on this channel. We know there's evil out there. We know it's occurring. And we're here for you too. If you guys ever need anything, shoot us an email, text us. We'll help you in any way that we can. But we just want to enjoy the channel. We want to enjoy the family in the chat. We don't want to be involved in any drama. We don't want our name attached to any drama because we just won't allow it. That's not what we do. That's not who we are. We love and respect people, everybody, whether they love and respect us. We love and respect you. But there's wisdom in forgiveness. So, just because we love and respect you doesn't mean we're going to talk to you. But anyway, here we go. We're going to move on to Tucker Smith, dude. Here we go. Let me get this playing here. Watch this, dude. Bello, I watch how fast. Watch how fast this dude is, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's just, there he is.
Dang.
Yeah, just watch how fast, dude. It's just so. So he's a wrestler as well. Look at him. Sit down, little boy. Bro, this dude's 6'5", 280 pounds. I wonder how they rate where people get their rankings from, because when I'm watching this dude's film, like, when you're that big and can move like this, I feel like you're automatically a 4-star, like at minimum.
Yeah, they got him as a 3-star.
Yeah, and I
think it's because he's playing interior.
What I want to know is if my eyes are deceiving me. Chat, Mello, am I tripping to be in love with this film? Is this dude not look super fast to you?
He does.
Look at him. I mean, he's beating everybody beating everybody.
He looks like he's going to be a perfect guard for us.
Look at him, dude. Watch him pull, bro. So that's why he plays left tackle for his high school, and that's in particular why, because of how good he is at pulling. Like, this dude's feet are ridiculous. He's got tackle feet and a guard body, and you better watch out.
I'm surprised he doesn't play basketball.
But the main thing that tells you this dude's going to be an absolute beast is when you go look at his commitment picture, he has cowboy boots on. And you don't mess. If you ever see anybody that's 6'5", 280, and they're running their mouth and you really want to fight them, I encourage you not to. Don't do it. If they got cowboy boots on, I'm just telling you, they might look like they can't move. They might look like you're going to, go around them and piece them up. I'm just telling you, man, them cowboy boots.
That sounds like some sound advice. Everybody listen to that. You thought you could beat a 6'5", 280 pounder. More power to you. I would have watched. Just make sure you video it. We'll put it here on the Buckeye Boys.
Yeah, because I'm here to tell you, dude. I've been in some brawls in my life. I'm not like freaking Anderson Silva or something, but I can get down with some pretty good ones. And I'm not telling you that because it's what I think I know. I'm telling you that because I know. I learned the hard way, dude. Cowboy boots was the first sign. But anyway, back to this dude. Yeah, dude, I just love it. It's mainly his quicknesses and as athleticism. I wanted to make sure my eyes were deceiving me because he doesn't move like a tackle. He looks like moves like a defensive end or dang near a linebacker. I mean, look at him down the field.
He has very powerful hands. So this is the thing why I think his ranking might be low. It might be the level of competition because you can't really tell the size of these guys he's going up against. I know one of the DN, right? It said he had multiple P4 offers and he handled him pretty well. But either he's just so massive that everybody's looking tiny next to him, or it might just be the level of competition. But I mean, he lives in a pretty big city.
Did you see that? Did you see that communication he just had? Let me rewind that. Watch him. He points out and guides here. Boom. Love it. But yeah, so that's my next research I'm going to do is look at the division that he's playing in and stuff like this. But even so, if he is playing in a lesser division, he's doing exactly what somebody should do in a lesser division. Look at him. He's toying around with them, dude. They don't stand a chance.
He has quick, violent hands, bro.
Look at him. I mean, he's just, in his scouting report, that's the main thing they talk about. They say his punch is extremely powerful. Watch. Boom.
It is.
Look at him out there, though, dude. That's 6'5", 280 pounds running around.
What's crazy? I never even read his scouting report, but it's just so obvious. I mean, it jumps off the screen.
I mean, plays after the whistle. Look at that, dude. Picked up the
twist.
Chucked one, got the other. Oh, sit down, little one. All right, defense.
And Emily said he wrestles. He doesn't need to play basketball. No, I agree, Emily. I'm just saying his feet and his quickness is so good. He would be a monster in basketball because with that type of speed and quickness, and he's posting you up with that size and that strength, he'll just destroy you.
So the rumor
that's why I was saying that.
Yeah, the rumor on the streets is that this dude's about to skyrocket in the rankings. Not that matters. I could care less. And honestly, swear to God, I could care less. But the only part of it that I do care about is that these kids get rated like what they deserve to be rated, because at that age, man, they're looking, they know what they're ranked, they know what they just do, dude. I mean, you do. And like, he's not a 3-star. That's not a 3-star football player that we just watched the film of. You could say that's Division 5, and he's literally doing what a Division 1 player should do against a Division 5 player, and that's just dominate. But I love his film, dude.
It was pretty good film. That was my first time ever watching it.
Yeah, Big John for sure, dude. There's a lot more Ohio State podcasts than I ever even knew. I mean, I would guess there's hundreds.
Yeah, easily.
Literally, like, so for real. Like, I got a couple messages in my inbox from a couple of them asking me to come on their show, and I'm like, yeah, I will. I mean, I'll go on anybody's show, but I'm just like, you know what I mean? I've never heard of you. Yeah. But I like it though, dude. I mean, if somebody wants to start a podcast, go start a podcast, man, and do it, dude. It's really cool and it's fun, dude. But yeah, bro. So the recruiting side, offensive line, you just wait, man. The Buckeyes, they're picking up that steam. We're about to be steamrolling some stuff here. And we're gonna do something here on the Buckeye Boys. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go and I'm going to write down what all the recruits are ranked right now that are committed to Ohio State, and that Ohio State is in on and could possibly get. And then I'm going to hold it up when the rankings are done, and we are going to see how far these players actually dropped, because it's going to happen. I understand Chris Henry didn't play because he was injured, but he got dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he went from the number 1 player in the class down to what? Like, he's like the number 4 wide receiver. Come on, you have to use some kind of nuance and intelligence here when you're doing this. Like, all right, if he dropped a couple of slots, there's not a wide receiver in the country better than Chris Henry.
Bro, you don't go from ranking somebody number 1 to the number 4 wide. Like, get real. Either you really screwed up your first evaluation or you are blinded by something. But we got some updates for you from directly inside the Woody. Shout out my dude Funky over there on Buckeye Scoop. Funky's awesome, man. Check him and B Moses out every Sunday night, dude. Funky's young kid. Great person, man. Absolutely great person. Helps us out all the time over here on the channel. I'm trying to find this list here. So I'm simply going to repeat what I was told. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. And then we can talk about what we think. First one, Brandon Ennis, Carnell Tate, and JJ have separated themselves from all the rest of the wide receivers. So the conversations that we had before about, hey, is there a chance, of somebody stepping in that 3 spot? That's dead in the water. It's Brandon Ennis. He's looking like an absolute tank. If you watched Pro Day today, not a tank. He's actually slimmed down, but he's fast, bro.
Yeah, he looks way faster.
And if I'm honest with you, last year when I was watching him, I literally had that thought in my mind, like, he looks like too stocky. He looks like a running back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe, just maybe, last year they told him to do that in case he needed to be a running back. You never know. Anyway, Mello, your thoughts on that, man?
Exactly what we thought it was going to be. SFE. Zone 6 equals SFE. I just, really, for me, it was who's going to be wide receiver number 4.
Okay.
5, and I think that's Bryson. I think that's Quincy Porter. And
I got the third one. I got something for you. I got another update that'll help us with this conversation.
Okay.
Mylan Graham is looking like wide receiver 4 inside of the Woody right now.
So you're saying he passed up my boy?
That's what's
told. Being said?
That's what's being said.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I honestly, I don't want to, me and you talked about off screen. I don't want to talk about it on here because we don't, I'm not going to put that on any player, dude.
Yeah, let's do that.
I hope they all stay. But Mylan Graham, you got Bryson Rogers. I mean, that's 4 and 5. But then you got Quincy Porter, dude. But Quincy Porter, he's running with the 2s behind JJ. Like that's what the dude's doing.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I look at it like a hockey line, especially at wide receiver. So like Quincy comes in for, if you're going to sub for, he subs for JJ when JJ needs a blow, which isn't going to be that often. And then if Mylan pass beat Bryson, then Mylan comes in for BI. And then you just kick, because Bryson is tall enough and long enough. You could kick him outside to where Tate is.
Yeah.
When Tate needs a break, put Bryson in.
Yeah, he is. And listen, let me clarify something. Just because we're giving these updates, again, I'm going to repeat myself. We're just telling you what we were told. We're not in there watching these players play every day. So I would honestly take this information over anything that we think. But I'm not sitting here saying I don't think Bryson Rodgers should be the number 4 wide receiver. Right now, I'm with Mello. I think he is the number 4 receiver. But the information we're getting is that it's not looking like he's going to be. Do I know any details of who, what, when, where, why? No, I do not. I'm not, saying anything bad about Bryson Rodgers. I want the dude to be the number 4 receiver. I think he's an absolute dog, underrated, and not talked about enough.
Yeah.
So the other one, it's something that I might give myself a little bit of a pat on the back on, because I think I stood alone on this one for a minute. Maybe. I can't honestly remember, but Ian Moore's looking like he's going to be the starting right tackle. That's what it's looking like right now. And also another sub tweet below this. We're in the very beginning of spring ball. We're just repeating what it's looking like right now. Could everything change next week? Yes, it could. We're just telling you right now what's going on. So your thoughts on Ian Moore starting right tackle?
That's surprising, but not surprising at the same time. I'd have figured like Phillip Daniels, Austin Saraville. I knew Ian Moore was a dog, but that much, like, what that tells me is that our O-line is going to be ridiculous. They're winning Joe Moore Award.
Yeah.
And you heard what Aaron just said about Carson Hinsman. Said he looks good.
Yeah.
Looks real good. And like I said, Remington Award winner.
Well, the other thing is, this is super early, man. I would expect an offensive lineman that's been in the program longer than a Phillip Daniels to look better at this point in time. Phillip Daniels just got here.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got to acclimate to the process of being at Ohio State, make new friends, the whole 9 yards. So it doesn't surprise me at this point in time, because this is just the update right now. You know what I mean? We know how these transfers are. Look at Will Howard. He didn't look the best when he first transferred, and everybody started freaking out. And then, boom. I mean, absolutely took off. Sorry, that was pretty loud in the microphone. I did that. But you know what I'm saying? These transfers, it's going to take him a minute to acclimate. I mean, Austin Saraville is the starting left tackle right now. Everybody knows that's not going to be the case. That's not happening. It's going to be Ethan Anianwa. He's going to be our starting left tackle. The dude's a beast. Speaking of Austin Saraville, probably the most improved, most impressive offensive lineman in the line. Another update from in there, dude. I mean, I think we all knew that one already. Buckeye. We heard the team, rave about him and cheer for him. But I love it, man, what they're talking about him.
Absolutely. Like I said, it just creates more depth on the O-line. When you have people that you weren't, well, I'm not going to say in regards to Austin Saraville because he played a lot last year, but in terms of like Ian Moore, for example, when you have guys that you weren't counting on to be starters and maybe just being rotational depth pieces and they're pushing to be starters, that pushes your whole room higher. So it elevates everyone around them. And the thing that I like that you were mentioning with Phillip Daniels is also the 2 transfers still have to learn the system, still need to learn the playbook. So they're a little behind. So, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to start. All this telling me is that our O-line is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Those are all the updates in the offensive line. We're going to move to the next part of this team that everybody is like, okay, this is the number 1 worry of the team next year, specifically in the defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start off with this. Caden Curry is the clear leader in the defensive end room, which surprised the heck out of me because I've been hearing Kenyatta Jackson.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, I know that they want Kenyatta Jackson to step up and be that leader, but Caden Curry, You can kind of tell by the way the dude plays that he's a leader in the room. He's more of a Jack Sawyer, and then Kenyatta Jackson's more of a JT Tuimoloau, a little more quieter, a little more reserved. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at them. So keep sleeping on Caden Curry. Keep thinking we're going to have trouble stopping the run. Now, do I agree that it might be one of the bigger questions of this team next year? Yeah, I can get on board with it. Might be one of the bigger questions, but I really don't think there's any big questions about this team next year. I just don't, dude. I'm just not. Yeah. I don't share that sentiment with a couple other people. Your thoughts on Caden Curry stepping up, being a leader inside the defensive end room?
I'm glad someone had to do it. If you think about it, K-Mac and they're all pretty young, but K-Mac and Edric are younger than KJ and Caden Curry, and KJ is a lot more reserved. So, I mean, someone had to step up. I'm glad it's Caden Curry. That's going to put more on his plate. He's going to have to step up and lead by example as well, and not just by words. Actions always speak loud. And like you said, I do think like they might not be as elite in terms of JT and Jack and stopping the run, but they're going to be more elite pass rushers. And I believe in Matty P in terms of disguising the defense enough and doing different things schematically that it will help hide those aspects of them not being as elite in run stopping. But who knows? We could also be wrong because I'm pretty sure KJ said he's up to almost about 270 now. So, I mean.
Did he really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's about 270, 6'6", 270. So, if he's still got his quickness and that power, I mean, it might be hard to run off the right side of your O-line.
Yeah, for sure. Don't take this update negatively. This is what is expected. I just talked about transfers and how they have to come in and acclimate myself to a program. Logan George is having a little bit of trouble acclimating himself, going from FCS to FBS to FCS to FBS. Is that what it is? Whatever. Just a little bit. That's expected, though, man. It's going to happen. That's in no way, shape, or form, read into the future saying that he's not going to be good. I think he is. I trust Larry Johnson. I trust the coaching staff. But right now, as expected, he's going through a little bit of growing pains on the defensive end position. And this last update, the one everybody wants to hear, I just got a news flash for everybody, man. Whatever you thought of CJ Hicks before this season, throw it out because CJ is a new person. He's got a new mindset. He's got a new attitude. He looks different physically. He's different. He just is different. His relationship with Matty P, very, very good. Some would call it brown nosing, but it's very, very good. CJ, good relationship there. His confidence level is through the freaking roof, almost cocky. But I love it, dude. Bro, the update I got is, and I think I'm still on, I need to see it to believe it, but the update I got is this dude's going to make in the Texas
You
game.
Cut out for a second. Say it again. He's going to make a what?
No, you weren't. I think I unplugged myself. What'd you say?
You broke up for a second. He's on what? He's going to make what?
An immediate impact in the Texas game. First game of the season, CJ Hicks is going to make a seriously big impact. So take that.
So my thoughts on this is CJ is going to do his thing this year. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him, rightfully so. I mean, I can't sit here and knock you if you doubted CJ Hicks. But, like, one thing I noticed what CJ Hicks said, and this is another thing people need to take into account. CJ Hicks said it's a lot easier to play for Matt P. He makes his system. You remember how everybody had those questions about, will Matt P be able to dumb it down for the kids? Will they be able to understand it? Well, CJ Hicks said the system is so much easier to understand for the players. The players could fly around faster. So think about last year, how fast they were playing after the Oregon game. He's saying he's implying that they're playing faster this year. So when it comes down to it, I still salute Jim Knowles. I think he's phenomenal. But I'm telling you, I've been saying it since day one. We upgraded the DC position. We really did. So I think Matt Patricia knows how to use CJ. and he's gonna use them properly. And we're about to see him in a Baron Browning / Abdul Carter type of role.
I see some people in the chat saying it's really nothing new about CJ, this update. Well, it is for us on this channel because this is coming from inside the Woody. This isn't what we think or our ideas or based off of some video that we're seeing. This is like information from people that are watching him do his thing inside the Woody every day. So it's a little bit different than what you've heard us say before. I've personally never said I think CJ Hicks is going to make an immediate impact. I know other people have, but I've always said I'm at the I need to see it to believe it stage, but it's being
we never. This isn't coming from us because I always said Bryson Rodgers is wide receiver 3, and he's going to push BI. And today, I was told you're not going to like the update that I got, and I'm like, all I was thinking, like, you better not say anything negative about Jelani, or I'm throwing my phone out this window while I'm driving. Yeah. But at the same time, like, this is reliable sources. You could go ahead and check it out, and we'll see. Like, you'll be able to judge if we're right or wrong, or if our sources are good or not.
Yeah.
So far, so good, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. It's a not miss type of mentality. Let's try to do this as fast as we can, the interviews. I mean, I literally have 3 pages of notes on the interviews.
At 9:55, I'm going to have to duck out of here.
We're not going to have time, though, but let's just get as far as we can.
Okay.
Brian Hartline, here's what I wrote down. Focus on self-development at his stage. Mylan Graham missing the winter last season really affected him. He's making an impact on his teammates this year. It's crazy to think this is his first spring. He's bigger, stronger, never late, and a perfect culture fit. Brian Hartline said the offense is not going to be a whole lot different. Not a whole lot of changes needed. I found that very interesting. I also found it interesting the culture that is in the coaching rooms as well. When Brian Hartline says, I'm going to teach the quarterbacks whatever Billy Fessler says to teach the quarterbacks. I mean, he's the offensive coordinator and he's in charge of it. He could tell Billy Fessler, no, I want this. But no, instead he said, what Billy wants is what Billy gets out of it's his QB room. So I love that type of culture, mentality from them. Anything you got to add to Brian Hartline interview?
Absolute, man. I really want to dive into this. My daughter, so for everybody, my daughter getting interviewed by 92.9 The Game in Georgia tonight at 10 p.m. And it's a pretty big deal because they're like the only sports talk radio. They're the biggest sports talk radio. So that's why I have to jump off. Devin, I'm going to talk about it, but we're going to have to talk about this again. We should do like a surprise pop-up live show.
All right.
Tomorrow or like Friday or something. But because it's very deep, and it's also giving me even more confidence that we're going to run it back to back. The fact that he's like, I will adjust myself and my style to however you want to handle that, because the QB room is the most important, and we don't need to mess it up because Julian Sane might be a freak of nature that we haven't seen. And we have freaking nature outside at wide receivers everywhere, SFE surrounded. So I like that he's kind of basically, we always talk about sacrificing, right? Like to get to certain points, you have to sacrifice. We talked about it with Braylon Womack's family yesterday. So basically, Brian Hartline is like, all right, I will sacrifice my pride and getting all the accolades for the betterment of the team and the betterment of whoever is going to be the QB, which I think is going to be Julian Sane. So when I say that, that's just what I think is not in stone yet. So that way he's comfortable in the system with Billy Fester, and I'm not telling him something different than Billy's telling him, so he's not getting confused. So we're all going to be in alignment on the same page. I heard the wide receivers are working really close with the quarterbacks, so they'll be all on the same page, and it'll be one unison. It's almost like the O-line works. So I love it.
All right, Ryan Day. I'm just reading what I wrote. So I wrote new coaches, young players, new fresh energy. I really wanted to dive deep into that because all these new coaches, younger players, it's a different type of energy inside the Woody right now. Matty P, very high energy, and recruits love him. Getting a lot of good feedback. That's what Ryan Day is saying this, right? These are the notes I got from listening to him. Logan was with the same hometown as Tommy Eichenberg. Good family, fits the character. Very serious person. So Ryan Day said about Logan. And Ryan Day keeps bringing up these offensive linemen playing different positions. So I think we're seeing a shift in the way that the offensive line is operated at Ohio State. This scholarship production number is really changing it. Ryan Day, I believe, is going to be putting a lot of offensive linemen in a lot of different positions to train everybody up. They saw the success last year, and they fell in love with it. There is going to be a spring game, different from what Ryan Day said. The big update there. Heartline, I found it interesting that Day wanted to hit on. He's learning how to adjust with the headset. You know what I mean? In practice and the words that you use in communication. And here's another thing I wanted to dive into more, but he brought up JJ and how JJ's out there doing special teams drills that he doesn't even need to do, but he's putting in that extra work, being an example for the younger players. That's big time player mentality right there, JJ. April 14th, our Buckeyes are going to the White House, man. Get some. Did last year's national champs go to the White House?
That's a great question. I don't think so.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I wasn't following those bozos.
I don't think they passed their background checks to be
you
able to get
you got a question. This was for you specifically.
Where can I get a gray hat like that, Nessa? So my brother got me this. I have no idea where he got it, but I do know that he ordered it.
I think they're sold out. They don't make those anymore because I wanted that one. They were gone.
Yeah, I think they are as well. Caleb Downs is literally coaching safeties at this point in time. Ryan Day said you can only do that if you have mastered the position. He keeps bringing up rotation on the O-line, all positions. He brought it up twice in his interview. Ryan Day is stressing depth again. Do we believe it? Do we believe Ryan Day? Because he said it last year, and it got pretty bad in the beginning of the season, and I was infuriated by it. And Ryan Day really likes talking about looking people in the eye. He's all about looking at them right in their eye. I just wish he would say eyes. You know what I mean? I guess he focuses in on, he picks an eyeball and he really like laser focuses on that one person's eye. And then that's how he judges people. No, he didn't say that, but he does like looking people in their eye. And I find it interesting. He said they've been developing this passing game for 9 years, which is why it's elite. That's all I got on Ryan Day. I'm just trying to read these notes before it just becomes old news. I just want to read my notes real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I didn't waste my time. Matty P, CJ, explosive power in the run game. That's all I got on Matty P. CJ said Matty P is making things simple and slowing things down. You hit on that. Larry said Matty P is a good teacher. He said it twice. I literally have a note at the bottom of this page that says on 3 is a joke.
Did you? That's what's up.
Literally, bro.
Because they are.
Edric Houston at his interview, he looks good, bro. He looks like an absolute beast. Logan George, you can tell he's all about his business. Larry was talking about Larry seems like he's got a lot of energy and his age is not affecting his coaching. Boom. There we go. I read my notes. That's all I got. You got anything to add to that before we get off here?
Nope. Let's get the trivia questions. I do want to do another live like Friday or something, some kind of special, so we can actually go through the notes and actually hit each one in depth because there's a lot to be discussed.
My bad, Mika. I said the wrong last name. I literally had the right one written down and I said the wrong name. All right. Here we go. We ready? It is trivia time. Let me see here. You ready, Mello?
Yep.
Who holds the Ohio State record for the most interceptions in a career? Nope, not Springs, not Winfield. Steely got it, dude. Steely, Mike.
35 seconds, Stilly.
How do you say his
35
name?
seconds.
How do
Oh,
you say
this
his
is for you from Dougzilla. You
Oh,
can't
for you.
look at someone in both eyes if you're really focused. Hold on. Now I'm about to go try. I'm gonna go try it. Hey, Doug, you know I gotta test that out. I'm going. The first person I see tomorrow, I'm gonna try to stare in both of their eyes and see if that works.
It is actually hard, man. Dang, dude, I lost my page for the next question, man. No, okay, here we go. All right, we ready for the next one?
Yep.
Who is the only Buckeyes defensive back to return 3 interceptions for touchdowns in his career? Why do I feel like Steely is going to get this one too? This is an easy one. Sean said Springs again. It's not Springs. Max 77 coming in with the right answer.
Oh, really? It was Malik Hooker?
Yeah, dude. Malik
I wouldn't
Hooker.
have guessed that one.
Yeah. Malik Hooker.
I was going to say Malcolm Jenkins.
Max 77 is now added to the board. That one was worth 15 points, so he's now taking the lead. No, just joking. That's 1 point. 1 point. All righty. That'll do it, everybody. You're in this to win a free ticket to the Washington game. You got to fly there. You got to stay there. I'm just Buckeye Boys is just supplying the tickets. Monday, bringing on my good buddy, director of the Boys Center Teen Challenge in close to Dothan, Alabama. He's going to come on here, give a little bit of his testimony, talk about the ministry that half our super chats go to, and talk a little bit of football as well. Sunday, I plan on jumping on here and giving my testimony. I just feel it's that time. So those are just some little updates of what's going on. Spiro next week, B Moses next week. Got some good stuff lined up for you. Mello,
what's up tomorrow and Friday this week?
Oh, yeah. Sean.
We got Sean and TG show tomorrow at 6.
Yeah.
I might hop on. We might do some Team Up North bashing.
There we go.
Might.
Friday. I'm telling you right now, if you missed Friday's show, you're going to regret it, dude. It's Devin Sanchez, Daniel Sanchez, Tavian's dad, and then Duke Pettijohn. Pop's Pod episode, dude. So you got to hook that up, man. You got to be there. I've already got it up and ready. So if you could, go to that show, put it on your X tonight or tomorrow morning. Please. Let people know. Get it out there,
People need
dude.
this information. This might be the most important show on the Buckeye Boys.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yes, for sure. But you guys know we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. I appreciate you listening to me. Not taking things personally when I tell you our heart here on the Buckeye Boys about treating people with respect in the chat and whatnot. I appreciate you guys receiving that message and leaving emotions out of it. We love you guys in the chat to support us every single day, man. You guys are like family to us. Reach out if you ever need anything. But on that note, man, go Buckeyes. OH.
Ayo.